everyone, welcome to 2.7 example B. And it says, consider the expression, and now it's a little hard to read, 4 parentheses x plus 7 over 4 plus 5, all minus x plus 13. So what we have to do is we have to write in words the number trick that the expression describes, test the number trick to be sure you get the same result no matter what number you choose, and which operations that undo previous operations make this number trick work. Alright, so let's first start off by writing in words what happens. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick a number. Alright, let's see if we can make that a little bit bigger. It might be a little hard to read from where you're standing. Okay, so we're going to first pick a number. And remember, that stands for our variable x right here, okay? And then think of order of operations. What I have to do is first I have to add 7, and then I'm going to divide by 4, right? Because I'm inside the parentheses, and I have to do this thing first. So in step 2, I'm going to add 7. And then after I add 7, I want to do this division. So I want to step 3, divide by 4. Okay, I'm still inside the parentheses here. All right, so then I have to do what's inside the parentheses. So step 4, I should add 5. And let's just make sure they're all looking the same here. Start with the capital A. Okay. And next, what I have to do is I have plus 4 minus x and plus 13. So I have to do multiply by 4 first. So then I'm going to say multiply by 4. Okay. Step 6, now I have to go from left to right because I have all this minus x plus 13. So next I'm going to subtract my original number, right? Because we want to subtract the original number that we had, that means the x. And then lastly I want to add, let's make sure it's a capital A, add 13. Alright, so that would be for part A. So all of this is for part A. Let's just make sure we have it for part A. So there we go. That is the order in which we should do all of this. Okay, so part B, what I'm going to ask you to do is test the number trick and be sure you get the same result no matter what number you choose. So right now, I want you to go ahead and figure out what number it does this equal. Alright, and how we're going to do this is let's check with a set of numbers here with the calculator. So what I am going to do is I'm going to say, okay, I need to pick a number first, and then I'm going to do some other things. So what I want to do is, let's just move this over here so I have some room. I'm going to put the curly bracket, so second parentheses, and I'm going to pick some numbers. Let's say 12, and I separate them by a comma. 1.2, let's try 31, and let's try negative 11. Alright, and then I'm going to do my close curly bracket, and I want to store that. And let's store it in list 1. So I'm going to hit second 1. So I've stored it in list 1. And there's a problem. Let's go to and see what it is. Oh, that's because it should have a negative 11, not minus 11. There we go. Remember, negative is down here, not minus. And that's a little bit better. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do, we said, was add 7. So now all I have to do is take plus 7. Okay, and all of them are different numbers right now. Alright, next, divide by 4. So I'm going to divide by 4. Okay, they're all different numbers. None of them look too great except for this one. That's alright. And next, we add 5. So I'm going to do plus 5. And they're all different. Okay. Next, we're going to multiply by 4. So times 4. Alright, they're all different. Nothing looks good so far. Subtract the original number. So I'm going to do is subtract second 1. I'm going to subtract the list 1. Okay, and uh-oh, they're all 27 now. That's good. And now lastly, we're going to add 13. And that ends up with 40 for every single one that I have. So if you got 40, that means you did it right. Alright, good. So there is B. The number that we should get all the time, no matter what, is going to be 40. So for part B, you should get 40 every time. Alright, now let's do part C. And it says, which operations that undo previous operations make this number trick work? Well, first, I know that I'm dividing by 4. So we have divide, let's see if I can spell this right. Divide, let's move this around too so you can actually see it. Divide, there we go, by 4, and multiply by 4 undo each other. Right? What else undoes each other? Well, I have a number, and I subtract that original number, right? So we could also say, starting with a number and subtracting that original number also undo each other, right? Because that means I have my original number and I just subtract it. And I get rid of that one as well. So those are the two operations that really undo each other. So then all we have left is just adding and subtracting, which means you're going to get the same number every single time because we start with a number, we get rid of it, we multiply by 4, we multiply by 4 and divide by 4, and they all cancel each other out. All right, so there you go. There's example B, and that should really help with problem number 5 on your assignment.